evident in Nepal in recent years. A drastic change in temperature is another consequence of climate change. With several risks of hotter summers, experts have suggested the public to remain aware about the impact of heat waves, especially in the Tarai region of the country. Good evening, I am Prarambha Dahal. Let's begin with the main stories. Excessive rise in mercury in the third week of April, deforestation, wildfire and pollution the major reasons. Tarai in risk of heat waves. Parliament proceedings limited to formalities for the past 3.5 months. Senior leaders busy in parleys outside the House of Representatives. Party engaged in serving their interests. Attraction towards community schools on the decline. Basic level witnesses a drop of around 1 million students in the past 5 years. 47% growth in private schools. And leaders Jaulakhel Youth thrash Nepal Police Club 6-1 at Martyrs Memorial A Division League. Defending champions Machindra stunned 1-0 by armed police force. Global warming has been showing sharp impacts in Nepal in the past decade. Summers are hotter across the country, but the Tarai region especially has recorded an unnatural increase in temperatures. Lack of rainfall, deforestation, forest fire and air pollution have been attributed as the reason behind the rise in temperature. In Janakpur, the capital of Madhya province, the temperatures reached a maximum of 34.5 degrees Celsius last April. However, the hub for religious and cultural tourism has recorded temperature of 40.8 degrees for the past 3 days. In general, temperature above 40 degrees for 3 consecutive days causes fatal heat wave in the Tarai region. Compared to last year, the temperatures in the Tarai region has already gone up by 1.3 degrees. Public have experienced difficulty in going about their daily lives amid hot air flowing between east to the west since 1 week. Koshi, Gandaki, Lumini and Sudur Paschim provinces also have reported of hotter summers this year. According to the Department of Hydrology and Meteorology, maximum temperature in Dhangadi has reached 38.2 degrees, Nepalganj 40.6, Vairava 42.2, Simara 40.3 and Biratnagar 39 degrees. Local business persons in these regions have said the heat has caused a slump in their sales. However, it's the daily wage workers who have suffered the most. Those who can afford are consuming cooling drinks, nutritious foods and juice among others to deal with the heat. Grocery shops say the sales of cucumber and watermelon among others have increased in recent days. The rise in temperature has increased the risk of seasonal diseases as well. Health professionals recommend consuming fresh foods, drinking plenty of water, avoiding going out in the sun and making use of umbrellas and plenty clothes for coverage when going out to avoid problems. Now, despite the lapse of 3.5 months since the beginning of the parliament session, only 25 meetings have been held so far. Most of the time of the parliament has been limited to formalities. The political parties and their senior leaders are currently engaged in power ploy and serving their own interests, as several issues of public concern are yet to be tabled at the parliament. Except for endorsing the regulations and issuing the vote of confidence to the Prime Minister, the parliament session, which began on the 9th of December, has yet to perform any other procedural tasks. Despite some discussions on a few bills, the parliament is yet to enter the process of formation of thematic committees. The lack of understanding among the political parties has been identified as the major reason for the failure in sound performance of the House of Representatives. The parliament has become passive as the senior leaders of mainstream political parties prioritize personal dialogues regarding several issues instead of parliamentary proceedings. The political parties are aiming to reach a consensus in package outside the parliament on topics including recommendation of the Chief Justice, leadership of parliamentary committees and laws related to transitional justice. CPN-UML has demanded the leadership of at least 4 thematic committees in return of endorsing the bill related to transitional justice through a special committee. The ruling coalition also appears in favor of easing its complications through such a share of power, while the main opposition has also ignored parliamentary proceedings and engaged in talks outside the House of Representatives. The government has been investing over 180 billion rupees each year to improve the public education sector by providing free education at community schools, free textbooks, scholarships and lunch, among others. However, student enrollment has been declining in recent years. In the past 5 years, the number of students from grade 1 to 8 has decreased by 20.14%, while the number of students in private schools has increased by 47% during the same period. There are 20,712 community schools that provide education for grade 1 to 8. These schools in 2017 had 4.8 million students. 4 years later, in 2021, the number was 3.8 million. The 60th report of the Office of the Auditor General has stated the number of students in community school has been declining at the rate of 5% each year. Government officials have said community schools had a trend of inflating the number of students to apply for more grants and have attributed the decline to the tightening of data collection processes and public's attraction towards private education. Likewise, lowering birth rate and brain drain have also been attributed as the reasons behind the lower enrollment rate. Guardians and teachers opine improving infrastructures and the quality of education and increasing awareness among guardians themselves could help in attracting students to the community schools. In our Public Voice segment, we have asked in several provinces what should be done to increase the attraction towards the community schools. Let us now take a look at what they had to say.
Public Voice.
नयाँ प्रविधिहरू ल्याउन सके हामीले सामुदायिक विद्यालयमा पनि तान्न आकर्षित गर्न सकिन्छ।
शिक्षकहरू राम्रो हुनु पर्यो अनि विद्यालयको भौतिक अवस्थाहरू पनि राम्रो हुनु पर्यो।
सरकारी स्कुलमा तपाईको लापरवाही पनि छ।
सरकारी स्कुलमा पढाउनको लागि उसको अल ओभर डेभलपमेन्टको लागि व्यवस्था हुनुपर्ने हो।
विषयगत टिचर राम्रो हुनु पर्यो।
राजनीतिक पूर्वाग्रही रहित किसिमको टिचरहरूको हिसाबले चाहिँ एक किसिमले अगाडि बढाउँदा
इंग्लिश मिडियम चाहिँ सरकारी विद्यालयहरुमा पनि अनिवार्य रूपमा लागू गर्न सके मात्रै
जुन कर्मचारी शिक्षकहरू छन् उनका बालबच्चालाई पनि त्यही सरकारीमा पढाउनु पर्छ।
शैक्षिक सामग्री प्रशस्त उपलब्ध गराउनुपर्छ।
विद्यालयलाई मोन्टेसरीको तरिकाले चाहिँ लिएर जानुपर्छ।
It is now time for our segment Public Pulse, where you text us with your opinion.
Public Pulse.
Before we ask today's question, let us take a look at the result from yesterday's poll. Yesterday we asked, what do you term the management of waste of Singadarbar inside its premises? 13% were for A, response to the metropolis, 19% were for B, appropriate move, and 68% were for C, consequence of compulsion. And here is our today's question. What is your take on party's nature to focus on power share while the parliament remains without business? Your options are A, lack of trust in procedures, B, same old trend, and C, seeking consensus. The voting is on. Type NEWS, select your option A, B or C and send it to 34001 to share your opinion with us.
Sports News.
Leaders Jawlakhel Youth Club have humbled Nepal Police Club 6-1 at the Martyrs Memorial A Division League. Following the win, Jawlakhel have extended the lead at the top of the table to 3 points. Nepal Police were reduced to 10 men inside 29 minutes in the match played at the Chasal ground in Lalitpur. Captain Ram Chandra Wazi was shown a straight red card for a handball inside the area. Fode Fofana converted the penalty and put Jawlakhel ahead, who then scored 5 goals in the second half. Yusuf Tapalia doubled their lead in the 56th minute, while Masuvi found the back of the net in the 65th minute mark. Masuvi then marked his brace in the 81st minute, while Yusuf scored his second goal in the 84th minute. Moses Stein found a consolation goal for Police 2 minutes before regulation, 90 minutes, while Abdul Aziz converted a free kick in the additional time. The United Arab Emirates have thrashed Kuwait by 143 runs at the ACC Men's Premier Cup. After being put to bat in the match played at the Tribhuvan University Cricket Grounds in Kantipur, the United Arab Emirates posted a mammoth total of 371 runs for the loss of 6 wickets in their 50 overs. Brithya Arvind top scored with 185 runs, while Rohan Mustafa scored 118 and Asif Khan contributed 30 from 9 balls. Saruk Kudus and Parvinder Kumar picked 2 wickets each, while Yasin Patel and Syed Munif shared a wicket each. In reply, Kuwait were bowled out for 228 runs in 36.3 overs. Syed Munif scored 68, while Parvinder Kumar added 53 runs and skipper Muhammad Aslam contributed 33. Junaid Siddiqui and Karthik Mayappan picked 3 wickets each for the UAE, while Sanchit Sharma, Ayan Afzal Khan, Zahur Khan and Rohan Mustafa picked a wicket each. Meanwhile, in another match play today, Oman defeated Qatar by 40 runs. After being put to bat at the Mulpani ground, Oman scored 249 runs for the loss of 8 wickets in their 50 overs. Up next is the weather update. That is all for the moment. Up next is the news in Nepali. Thank you for staying with us. Goodbye for now.